In today's video, we will dive into one of the most exciting mysteries of the Red Planet. NASA has captured an intriguing image of a mysterious hole on Mars, and it's got scientists and space enthusiasts buzzing with theories. Could it be an ancient lava tube, an entrance to a hidden cave, or even a sign of past life? Stick around as we explore the fascinating possibilities and what this discovery means for the future of Mars exploration. If you enjoy the mysteries of our universe, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our latest adventures. Now, let's get started. Back in 2022, NASA released an image of a mysterious hole embedded in the Red Planet. One such intriguing image shows a mysterious, perfectly round hole on the surface of Mars. This discovery has sparked significant interest and speculation within the scientific community and among the general public. And finally, NASA could provide an answer to the age-old question as to whether aliens exist. When it comes to habitability, Earth's mild temperature swings, magnetic radiation shield, and abundance of water makes for pretty easy living. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for neighboring Mars. With an atmosphere only 1% as dense as Earth's and no magnetic field, life on the Red Planet wouldn't exactly be a walk in the park. But there are some areas that might be a little bit friendlier than others, and a hole on the slope of Arsia Mons could be one of them. Scientists are currently unsure exactly what the hole could be or how deep it goes, but they have a pretty solid hunch that they are connected to the nearby volcano. Speaking to Business Insider, Brandon Johnson, a geophysicist at Indiana's Purdue University, said they are likely skylights to an underground labyrinth of lava tubes that formed when the lave tubes caved in. Rather excitingly, the hole, which is one of a number of craters found on the planet's surface, could play a big part in helping future manned missions to Mars by providing astronauts with shelter from intense radiation and solar storms. Johnson said, "There's more than one of these pits on Mars that we've seen. But they're really interesting because they're places where astronauts might be able to go and be safe from radiation. Theoretically, they could have provided such shelter to an ancient alien species." Of course, the hole's existence isn't enough to answer David Bowie's questions about life on Mars, but Johnson says this is a good place to look, and what these holes do is give us access to Mars beneath its surface. There, it could be like a whole other world when accessing potential ancient organic matter. While there is nothing in the works just yet, Johnson confirmed, there are missions proposed to essentially have a robot go on a line and drop down into one of these skylights and be able to explore what's inside of them. But who knows what they might find when that happens. Humanity's obsession with discovering alien life, or vice versa, is unparalleled. From the War of the Worlds to Mars attacks and Venom, thousands of films and television shows have cemented our obsession with what might lurk on other planets. But there's a very real reason why humankind has struggled when it comes to exploring the cosmos and stumbling across life from a place that isn't Earth, with NASA now moving to explain this to us. The issue has even been given its term, called the Fermi paradox. Named after scientist Enrico Fermi, it notes the huge difference between the lack of evidence that advanced alien life exists out there and the apparent likelihood that it does in fact exist. With billions of stars in our very own Milky Way similar to the Sun, and then what lies further afield, the scientific chances for what is needed to allow life to prosper are at odds with humanity's inability to find that life. This is increasingly the case as technology gets better and better through the likes of NASA's $10 billion James Webb Space Telescope, aka the JWST, or simply Webb. Launched into space 2 years ago, Webb is traveling the galaxy in search of all things new to provide a greater understanding of the likes of black holes and finding signs of Martian life. Webb has found planets with all the evidence pointing towards signs of life, with investigatory work now underway. NASA said that the JWST has been busy observing a few small, potentially habitable planets, and astronomers are now working hard analyzing the data. With this in mind, the American Space Agency has spoken to 2 doctors who help run the Webb program to explain what is happening and why finding evidence of life is bloody hard work. Writing in a new blog post, Doctors Nicole Colon and Christopher Stark, both Webb scientists at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center, explained why it is extraordinarily difficult to find alien life. The potentially habitable worlds Webb is observing are all transiting exoplanets, meaning their orbits are nearly edge-on, so that they pass in front of their host stars, they said. Webb takes advantage of this orientation to perform transmission spectroscopy when the planet passes in front of its star. This orientation allows us to examine the starlight filtered through the atmospheres of planets to learn about their chemical compositions. However, the amount of starlight blocked by the thin atmosphere of a small rocky planet is tiny, typically much smaller than 0.02%. Simply detecting an atmosphere around these small worlds is very challenging. Identifying the presence of water vapor, which may bolster the possibility of habitability, is even harder. Searching for biosignatures, biologically produced gases, is extraordinarily difficult, but also an exciting endeavor. They also explain that there is, currently, only a handful of small, potentially habitable worlds that are considered accessible to atmospheric characterization with Webb. To find potential evidence of gases produced by organisms, the JWST would have to collect data from the planet going around its sun up to 50 times, which would take up to 200 dedicated hours of Webb's time. All that does is provide a base point from which readings could be taken to detect the likes of ammonia, phosphine, chloromethane, and nitrous oxide, in the best-case scenario of a clear, cloud-free atmosphere. Conclusion: one thing is for sure. The quest to uncover the truth about Mars is far from over. What do you think lies within this enigmatic hole? Share your theories and thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of Mars, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you stay updated. Thanks for watching, and until next time.